it finished pretty close. It was a total blowout for the first 2 days. And then Europe held on. It was very disappointing.
Very disappointing.
One of my favorite sound bites afterwards was somebody asking Keegan Bradley if he got out coached or out whatever. Mm-hmm. And Xander Schauffele, who was there, there were about 5 of the players surrounding Keegan on a podium. Mm-hmm. There's like 2 levels of podium. And Xander Schauffele goes, yeah, he should have had us make more putts. And I thought that, like, good for you, Xander. Like, you know what I mean? Like, and Keegan was like beating himself up about it's my job to set up the course. I have those advantages of being the home captain, and I wish I had some of those decisions back. And Xander Schauffele's like, yeah, you should have made us make more putts. And, you know, it wasn't just that, too. The Europeans were just lights out for the first 2 days.
Lights out.
Lights. Tommy Fleetwood, man.
Fleetwood,
Tommy
Rahm.
Fleetwood. At one point, Tommy Fleetwood, I think, had more points personally than the U.S. had points collectively at one point on Saturday over the weekend. Yeah. And I just want to say this as well. If you were one of the people in the crowd, gallery, whatever you want to call it, certainly not patrons, in Long Island, screaming stuff that I was reading that you were screaming at, say, Rory McIlroy's
Shane
wife.
Lowry. It's like,
and Shane Lowry.
What are we doing?
Let me just say this. Stuff. You are a loser.
Yeah.
You're a loser, and you are not in any way, shape, or form additive or representative of what our country should be known as around the world. This is, forget about the real world right now, about how many people are viewing this through the prism of the real world and politics and things of that nature. Fine. That's just the way things are in this world. It's all about, and I understand that there is a nationalistic, jingoistic way to look at being a fan at the Ryder Cup. But to scream at stuff when Rory's like over a putt, like it's the end of the day. The end of the day, there is a necessary amount of decorum required to be somebody in the stands at a golf tournament. Period. Yep. End of story. No matter how you feel about America or golf or whatever, or the Americans you're rooting for, the stuff that I read that was directed at some of the Europeans and their families, including projectiles, if you're one of those people, you need to look in the mirror and say to yourself, why am I a loser? Period. End of story.
Yeah, full stop. Hard agree.
Yeah.
Terzo in Iowa, you're here on the Rich Eisen Show. What's up, Terzo?
Yo, what up, Rich? Hey, I can't agree with you more. I was taken back by how our fans reacted, and from the sounds of it, they weren't even really chanting for the U.S., and I'm all for, us rooting for the U.S., and having fun with it.
Sure.
But you do have to have respect. And I thought that there was so much that they could have done better, and they just didn't do it. It's saddening. And
I don't want to paint with a broad brush. I'm sure there were some people at Bethpage Black who were handling their business as a member of the gallery properly. Hey, you made it all the way to the end. Thanks for that. Check us out every single day streaming live on Disney Plus and the ESPN app, 12 to 3 Eastern.